All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game Starbuck versus Soen here on Gloomstalker. It does look gloomy here in the shadows of the fog of war as the game is getting underway. Starbuck spawning as the blue human on the top right hand side of the map, getting things going, opening up with an altar of kings, barracks, and a farm. Meanwhile, on the bottom left side, we see Soen opening things up with an Altar of Storms, an Orc Burrow, and we'll have to closely monitor what his next building will be in order to extrapolate some of those strategies. Um, I just gotta say, I've been reading a lot about Blizzard in the news and how the rise and fall of Blizzard and it does make me sad to know. All right, yeah, it does make me sad, but at the same time, um, well, it is difficult to make a triple A game. Anyone who's ever tried to make a triple A game knows that a lot of investment has to go into it, and well, when a lot of time and money is spent on a product, right, you hopefully you can sell enough to make a decent amount of profit, and continue to grow and expand. Um, corporate greed. Corporate greed also is what fuels and allows people to have jobs and be able to share in all of those joys as well, right? So don't know who really to hate on, or rather, well, you guys know I don't really hate on anyone, even people who come across my channel, years and years ago, making fun of me. Just always a place of self-improvement. So here's to Blizzard. Here's hoping that they find their footing, that they find and go back to their core beliefs, their core values as a company, that they're able to make fun games, and really, by producing high quality fun games, able to do something with it. I remember talking with a couple of former Blizzard employees when Warcraft 3 Reforged was finally displayed and shown off. They had taken pretty much everyone on the RTS teams and had taken them off the product, taken them off of Warcraft 3 Reforged to work on other things. So when they finally showcased Warcraft 3 Reforged, the feedback from the players was, from the former RTS developers, were spot on. That the game was, well, the game, the art style just really didn't look that strong and that good. At the same time, in the same way, I'm still hoping good things from Stormgate. I've tried to play a couple of rounds. It just doesn't solve that itch for me as well as some of the as the classic Warcraft 3 games and StarCraft 2 games. I mean, if you look at the animation styles, and everything feels a little, even though the graphics aren't, amazing 4K, everything still seems to have a weight, as opposed to some of the other animation styles of the current. Well, I think the original Warcraft 3 Reforged, things still didn't seem to have a weight, and other things like that. Anyways, let's get back into this. I'm getting on a soapbox that I really don't need to get on. I don't know. Perhaps I'm just. Um, Perhaps I'm emotional. Yeah, you guys know why. If you guys been following my channel, you guys know why, and it's just creaking up just a little bit. Anyways, Farseer coming back out across the map here. Ogre Magi gonna clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp. 5-3-3-3 creep camp that could give the Farseer level 3. Meanwhile, Archmage is just around the corner, sitting at level 2. Is he going to be able to spot all this? Yes, he will. And now we're in this weird spot. Who's going to get that last bit of experience by taking down the Ogre Magi? And it looks as though it is the Farseer. Farseer getting able to get who got the item, though. Wanda Mana Stealing goes to the Archmage, so a little bit of a split there. A gift-wrapped Footman now taking a lot of damage, getting poked apart. It gets taken down as well. Perhaps a gift-wrapped Water Elemental as well. And I believe the Farseer is now just shy of level 3. Beautifully played, beautifully done there. Archmage wants to punish his opponent, but that Farseer getting up to level 3 is going to be an even more dangerous proposition, as the Ogre Warrior going to get taken down. All right, Ogre Warrior down, summoning up a new set of wolves. Those wolves should be enough to keep that Archmage at bay. Archmage doesn't want to go up against a Farseer who is one level higher, as those Spirit Wolves, those odd levels make such a big impact. All right, Archmage tried to double back around, ends up walking straight into a trap, as the Farseer and those Spirit Wolves able to engage there. All right, meanwhile, a little bit of a poke onto the Ogre Magi off to the north here, trying to start aggroing that shop. Ogre Warrior getting poked around here, and they're just trying to stutter step those units back. Meanwhile, Archmage is coming back around, still getting poked quite a bit here. Water Elemental trying to engage here, as we're going to see the round and volleys of those attacks quite fast. The Headhunters, they attack very slowly, but when you have large volleys that we see right here, well, they can take down a unit quickly. Now, the Headhunters, 23 to 27 damage here. Farseer still looking to clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp. Archmage wants to really get into this fight, as the Wolf now going to go ahead and engage. I love this play by Soin, using that Wolf as a little bit of an early warning detection system to see when that Archmage is going to come across. Meanwhile, Archmage now benefits from a gift-wrapped Headhunter, and with the Mountain King out on the battlefield, Starbuck bringing to the table the ability to stun down and pick off units, forcing Soin to retreat back. But he's already taken a big chunk of experience out from the middle portion of the map. Tauren Chieftain now with that Endurance Aura helping the attack speed of those Headhunters, as the Tauren Chieftain himself is going to be in that front line. Tauren Chieftain wants to get to level 2, perhaps open up with Stomp. And well, we know that with a single stomp, suddenly the Headhunters are able to get another volley or two off onto targets, and that greatly changes the outcome of a battle. In addition to shutting down the target, as the Forest Troll Trapper going to get taken out? Yes, it will. Peon looking to perhaps set up a base here, needs a little bit more gold, as there are still plenty of places to try and creep out on this map. All right. That's odd. Like, I would normally assume that these little mini map tooltips should go next to the mouse, right? That just seems weird. Yeah, it's just always appearing over there. Yeah, not quite where it's supposed to be. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Let me know in the comments below if you remember the tooltips actually being like somewhere here and somewhere here, respectively. All right. Coming back through, maybe it's only a replay issue and another bug that came about in WarCraft 3 Reforged that I've only seen, only seen now. Tauren Chieftain getting ready to engage, does not have an ability, a level 2 ability as of yet, and I'm curious, is he going to try to go for level, he should be going for level 2 Shockwave or level 2 Stomp, even though Endurance Aura was the primary ability that he wanted. We can see there's that Talisman of Evasion, and I think he's looking to see what type of units, well, Starbuck is going to bring to the table. Archmage coming back around here, Mountain King sitting at level 2, has a Robe of Magi and a Pendant of Energy. Suddenly a quick turnaround, and that Mountain King is going to have a large amount of mana to just pretty much do everything he wants to do. All right, Scroll of Town Portal inbound. Where are they going to teleport off to the north? Mountain King not close enough to land a Stormbolt on a trailing unit there, and really wants to get to level 3. That level 3 would make a very big difference. Meanwhile, Great Hall off on the southern side here, ready to start mining and get saturated in just a moment. We are sitting at tier 2. We are only getting armor upgrades, no reinforced defenses as of yet, as the Tauren Chieftain comfortably sits at level 3, continuing to clear out more of these creep camps. Level 4, level 3, going up against a level 3. Mountain King, however, getting that all-important level 2 Thunderclap, being able to slow down units and deal large amounts of damage. There's some slow, there's an ensnare, but that sorceress well protected by the rest of that human army. Tauren Chieftain could try to throw down a stomp, but you got to be careful. The Mountain King could land the Stormbolt first. And, well, the initial seconds of the battle about that opening engagement usually sets the tone for the battle here. Mountain King gets gift wrapped, and now there's a Thunderclap there. Militia off to the side. Stormbolt now onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain not able to get into a stomp. Going to try to get a stomp. Gets a stomp on a couple of Militia, but also gets a Sorceress as well, as the Militia in the backline are trying to take down some of these Headhunters. All right, Tauren Chieftain gets Stormbolted again, and now gets Thunderclapped. Is he going to throw down a stomp? Yes, he does. and now the Archmage may be in a little bit of trouble as well. The Water Elemental is getting stunned down. That perhaps could be the big deal, as the Archmage, down to 35 hit points, down to 17, finally gets taken out there and still fighting their way through. Mountain King gets in a big thunderclap. There goes two grunts, or a grunt and a raider. So the Mountain King trying to, well, keep the army on his back, but now low on mana without the help of that Archmage's Brilliance Aura. All right, Militia now being called back over. Tauren Chieftain now trying to dive in here. There's a Chain Lightning bouncing around. Sorceress getting picked apart. More Militia joining in. Rifleman trying to shoot past targets that are running and diving on through. And is Soen going too far? It could be exactly that. However, he did have his get out of jail free card. Tauren Chieftain comes back in time to get back home. All right, Militia retreating back, 34 supply compared to 33. Armies are being retrained. Archmages getting back out onto the battlefield. You see some priests getting added in as well. Meanwhile, Soen back at home, training up some raiders and grunts. Always a little difficult to tell just by the supply count who has more units out on the battlefield, as units being trained add towards your supply. Because of that, well, it could look like one side has a 10 supply advantage in overall supply, only to see that they're training up like 2 Frostworms and 2 Abominations back at home, and realizing, wait, units on the and resurrecting a hero, and suddenly you realize that that player is definitely behind, had saved up a large amount of gold, and needs to retreat so that they can get some time to rebound and get some units out on the battlefield. 52 supply compared to 50. Soen playing with that dangerous low upkeep. Meanwhile, Soen is going to scout out this farm off to the center. Riflemen now making their way here. Do we see the Mountain King with the Scroll of Town Portal? We do not. Archmage does not have a Scroll of Town Portal either. He needs to go to the shop. Otherwise, things are going to go sideways very quickly. Are we going to see the Manual of Health, Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3? Units are trying to regroup here, but in comes the Orc army ready to engage. Archmage shows up. Mountain King ready there. There's a little bit of a slow trying to pick off units. Mountain King doesn't get off a Stormbolt as I originally would have thought, but then again, that Mountain King is fairly low on mana. All right, gonna go ahead and Stormbolt the Tauren Chieftain, try and neutralize him out. Mountain King could be in trouble. There's a stomp. Scroll of Healing was used, but the Mountain King gonna get taken down. He dove in a little bit too far, and Soen just has too much going for him right now. All right, faster movement speed on that Tauren Chieftain. Mountain King getting resurrected, but, well, as this battle rages on, well, Soen is just going to continue to get a further and further lead. Yes, a little bit of a couple of stuns there, enough to take down these riflemen. 48 supply compared to 57, but I think we saw the writing on the wall. The Tauren Chieftain's level 2 stomp, able to stun down units long enough, remove all of that precious DPS, and getting 2 stuns early, and while catching Starbuck in transition and out of position enough to, and with Soen having an expansion behind it, enough for Starbuck to say, you know what, I don't want to tire myself out in this game trying to get back in. I'm just going to tap out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.